Friends, listen closely. In the unseen world, nothing happens by chance. Every moment carries either blessing or danger. Right now, many people are being spiritually attacked because they are missing the warning signs that God gives. Today, I have a very serious alert for you about certain smells that are not just bad or strange. Think deeply about this. In the spiritual world, you are either under strong protection from God or exposed to spiritual danger. That strange smell you ignore may actually be a direct attack against your peace, your life, and your calling. Remember Ephesians 6:11. Put on the full armor of God. When there are openings in your spiritual defense, the enemy enters quietly, leaving signs for those with spiritual eyes to see. God did not give us scripture warnings just for information, but for protection. God is very serious about spiritual signs, and the enemy is also serious and intentional. Get ready, because this is a truth most churches refuse to talk about. Smell number 1, sulfur. The smell of sulfur, like rotten eggs or burning matches, is known around the world for its connection to demonic presence. Sulfur is often used in rituals meant to trap believers in spiritual bondage. When you suddenly smell sulfur in your home and there is no natural source, pay attention. It is often a sign that someone is sending a curse toward you. Do not say it's only in your imagination. That is exactly what the enemy wants. He wants you to ignore warnings and become blind to spiritual reality. He wants you to think it is only a smell, but in truth, some of you are smelling the scent of spiritual chains. You have been targeted without knowing it. Today, I am calling you from spiritual ignorance into true spiritual awareness. What you smell can become an entry point. When sulfur appears, fear and confusion often enter with it. Those in witchcraft speak over substances and assign spirits to them because they understand something many believers do not. Smells can carry spiritual signals. Some of you need to spiritually cleanse your home, not because of comfort, but because spirits are sneaking in. Smell number 2, rot and decay. When you smell rotting garbage, spoiled meat, or a sour dead odor with no source, stop and take it seriously. This is not just an unpleasant smell. It is a spiritual alarm. In the unseen world, smells of decay are linked with death spirits. These spirits do not always attack your body. They attack your mind, emotions, and your peace. This smell can mean someone is spiritually trying to bury you or destroy your progress. Some spiritual workers bury items in graveyards to bring an enemy down. If someone has done this against you, this smell may be God's way of warning you. This is not something to ignore. Decay attracts more dark spirits. When you feel sudden, deep sadness, heavy thoughts, or confusion, ask yourself if you ignored the warning. The enemy loves when you dismiss spiritual signs. The smell of decay is like a spiritual location marker telling demons, "Come here." It means an attack is underway. Smell number 3, burnt hair or cloth. When you smell burnt hair or fabric and there is no fire, no oven, no candle, pay attention. This smell often connects to spell work done using dolls or symbolic objects. Someone may be burning a representation of you in a ritual. This is direct warfare. They are trying to burn your identity, your calling, your spiritual strength. The enemy wants to burn away your confidence, your connection with God, and your peace. While you're asking yourself, what is that smell? There are forces trying to reduce your spiritual authority to nothing. Smell number 4, candle wax, when no candle is lit. If your home suddenly smells like candles and you have none burning, do not ignore it. This is not imagination. It can mean someone is using candle magic against you. In the spirit world, this smell often means someone has lit candles with your name, your picture, or your hair to bind you or influence your life. While you think it is just a pleasant scent, your spiritual covering may be under attack. The enemy hides behind normal things. Satan does not show himself openly. He works behind gentle things that seem harmless. Hell does not respect titles like pastor or prophet. Hell respects spiritual awareness and authority. Many people carry church titles but have no spiritual sight. In Scripture, the sons of Sceva tried to cast out demons, but the demons answered, "Jesus I know and Paul I know, but who are you?" They lacked real authority. Smells are warnings. Smell number 5, feces. When you smell feces, especially from animals, and you do not have pets, it is not just random. Some spiritual workers place a person spiritually into a curse bottle with feces to bring destruction. This smell represents your life being attacked, your progress blocked, and disaster being released. While you use air freshener thinking the drain or pipes are the problem, the enemy is busy placing spiritual dirt on you. You may notice your life slowing down. When you smell strong urine or ammonia without explanation, this is often a sign of domination spells. Someone may be trying to control your will, your thoughts, or your emotions. In the spirit world, this is a mark of territory, just like animals mark areas to claim them. Someone wants to spiritually control you. While you wonder where the smell is coming from, spiritual chains may be forming around your mind. If you suddenly feel confusion, struggle to make decisions, or feel easily influenced by the wrong people, do not ignore this sign. You may not realize it, but some of the strange things happening around you are not random at all. When the enemy wants to sneak into a person's life, he often starts with subtle spiritual clues that many believers ignore. If you have been picking up unusual scents or strange shifts in your atmosphere, and they come without natural explanation, it may be a sign that spiritual forces are trying to interfere with your peace. Is unusual, sharp, sour smells that appear out of nowhere, especially when you have not used anything like that in your home. This represents spiritual attempts to turn your life upside down. It points to forces trying to cause confusion, sudden conflict, and disruption. When this happens, relationships that were sweet suddenly turn bitter. People who once favored you begin to shift against you. Your peace feels shaken. Finances suddenly feel unstable. Progress feels like it reverses. Suddenly flips and joy feels replaced by heaviness. This is a sign that the enemy has targeted your assignments and blessings. But God reveals to protect. When you sense something is off, do not panic. Instead, turn your heart toward God and respond spiritually. Say, "Lord, expose every hidden attack. Strengthen my spirit. I stand in your authority." Then worship. Prayer and worship break atmospheres. The presence of God suffocates demonic interference. Darkness cannot remain where the Spirit of God reigns. When you worship, the atmosphere shifts back in your favor and confusion leaves. Another sign is a damp, mold-like smell that appears even when there is no natural source. This represents spiritual heaviness building in your environment, a feeling that tries to weaken your prayer life and wear down your spirit slowly. It tries to numb your spiritual awareness, making you tired, discouraged, unfocused, and disconnected. You start to pray but feel blocked. Your thoughts feel heavy. Your hunger for the Word feels drained. It does not happen all at once.